Alright, and we're back with some Devil May Cry 2. We're gonna go ahead and start this next mission. This is mission 16, I want to say? Yeah, mission 16. Chaos ripens as the hunter runs towards the sky, so I guess we're headed back into the building. I would love me another purple orb, but of course that's 15k, and we don't have that much, so send it. Well, that's certainly an entrance to get into a building. Just come through the demon world in order to make it happen. Alright, just walk up the thing, otherwise Dante wants to run off the edge of the map. Pain. I'm sure this level won't be confusing in the slightest. It's going to be very straightforward and, you know, we won't have to worry about it. Right? If only. Okay, so we were able to get up top here, but for what reason? Don't suppose they got an elevator in this building, do they? Am I lit? I'm not seeing anything at all up here. Alright, go up the stairs. Sure. Which leads us to this first floor. Is there not stairs going up to the next floor? Is there like an elevator or something? When in doubt, press like O on everything and hope for the best is where we're at. I mean, it looks like we just have the rooftop up. Unless we're meant to go lower into the building, but that doesn't feel right. Well, an elevator? Yeah, that would work. Maybe that thing. Blood goats. I don't know if getting hit by that door actually does anything to us, but I'm not exactly looking to find out. Try and get any of these guys while they're down would be ideal. Not always the easiest when you have multiple of them after you. Destroyed? If I can split them up and I can just fight one at a time, our life will become so much easier, which it looks like the stairway might be a good thing for us. I was trying to get our showtime up a bit more there, but unfortunately, it just barely ran out of time to make that happen. Not that I know how many enemies we have left. Yeah, alright, that's the end of them. Fair enough. They do tend to hold the blood goats as a generally harder enemy, which, fair enough, he's relatively tanky. Ah, of course, never a nice, just relaxing elevator ride. No, 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 that'd be too easy. That really hit me. You ruined my style points. How dare you? So how you guys do? Alright, there's a time statue. Not that I have enough for anything in that I wanted. Also looks like that this would be like a door that would close behind me, but alright, let's go ahead and go in there. This, I mean, it's probably going to act as like a hub or something, in which case, that's probably why that's there. Alright, well, let's head in and see what we got going on. Alright, just randomly hanging out in the room. Some free money, I'll take it. We get like 200 for each of those. Like 100 or so. Alright. Oh, this is not going to get confusing at all. This is 100% straightforward. Right. Just every door looks the same. Yeah, gonna go ahead and not get hit by those. Looks like it spams a few of those at a time. Don't mind if I just double jump up there, do you? Sacrilege. This will generate distortion and bring the world closer to the demon world. Yeah. Is that actually a good thing for me? Secret room level 5. Okay. Wow, immediately on the offensive. I see you. Alright, bird brains is dude, man. I might have gotten first blood, but I'll be the one that finishes this one. Go ahead and take care of that dude real quick while we bully the rest of these bird brains. Easy enough. Give me that. Probably could have just stayed in the devil trigger the entire time. Alright, but that turned out to be a secret room. Which was this gonna actually end up meaning for us here? Is sacrilege an actual item I can use? I doubt it would be in my, Yeah, it's not my amulet. Wouldn't be in my swords. Why would it? Not in my weapons. Okay, in my items, maybe? This item is used automatically. Okay, so just the fact that we have access to it. Figured as much, but it's good to see the game actually confirmed it for once. That's a blue heart fragment. We take those. That's a straight up blue orb. Free max HP. Let's go. Or it might have been a fragment that then finished the completion, which turned into a set. All right then. So if we came through this way, if we go backwards from where we came, you put the sacrilege within the evil statue. Okay, I imagine we need to do that. Which is now gonna put me closer to the demon world or something along those lines. What that actually means for us, who knows? Certainly seems like it's putting more enemies within the area for us. Thankfully, guns just like ruin these enemies, so they can never charge up their magic against us. Really? There we go. I guess we had already killed that one. I guess we'll go this way. Maybe we're gonna have to find more sacrilege hearts. Okay, we're back in the time zone. I guess we used the sacrilege in that area, which if that's the case is probably still the way that we want to be going, because otherwise why else would we use it right there, right? So we'll continue back this way. It also looks like the enemies didn't respawn right here, actually. Well, not until that point, at least. We have a weapon here? I guess because I'm in combat I couldn't have picked it up last time. Although it said full armory for one of the trophies, so maybe this is like one of the final guns we'll end up receiving, and it'll be like a different trophy, maybe. That's why I assume to be the case, anyways. Submachine guns, compact machine guns with high accuracy. Now that I'm interested in, although our guns are what, like level 2 right now? Why not test it out, right? Yeah, that seems like that'd be pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's not like we lose access to them. We can just rotate through the wheel here if we just need our regular weaponry. Seems like they certainly do, or don't do as much damage. They do shoot extremely fast, though. They say accurate, but when everything is, you know, when everything's on auto-targeting, accuracy don't mean as much. Maybe that's just me. interesting. These can't actually even interrupt the mages here. I mean, if they can't even interrupt the mages and they straight up just do less damage, I may as well just keep my regular handguns on me if that's the case. Alright, this is definitely a different looking room. I guess we chose the right way. Alright, makes our life easier. He did run away. We didn't actually kill him the last time. Joke's on this guy. I've got more devil trigger on me this time. Although I might want to just kill the dogs early instead and then fight this dude in a 1v1. I mean, we're doing quite good damage to him, so hard to say that it's not working out for us here. The non-stagger was like really what we were looking for, and it is working out real well right now until the dog hit us there, unfortunately. If it just let me target the boss at all points in time, this wouldn't be as bad, but the fact that it keeps switching my targeting between the dog and the bosses here. Oh, this shouldn't be as bad as it is. Devil trigger to get out of the stagger. Alright, he did. You actually did this time? Like, for real, you promise? Save whatever left of the devil trigger we can. Sacrilege. Okay, so we might just be going through like a boss rush sort of thing, minus the rush. Just fight some bosses. So we probably have to find another one of those demon doors and place this sacrilege heart in it. And work from there. Because it doesn't look like we're getting any farther this way. I do like the atmosphere, like it is nice. Oh, okay, it's just gonna automatically work on the door behind us. Okay, that'll work. Interesting level design. I can see how it could get frustrating really quickly, depending on how easy it is to refine the path that we actually need to go to, so we'll see how it turns out. How are you guys so tame? It's not like our sword isn't upgraded or nothing. Is that the door we came out of? No, we came out of a different door, right? So begin? Nope, we definitely came out of that door, alright. Follow the orb road. How about that? What's even going on here? Oh, we got a Bisco in front of us, okay. Well, I do need some devil trigger charge back anyway, so we'll go ahead and take care of you guys. Make sure we can stagger lock this guy so he can't do any real damage to us. Farm him up some devil trigger charge here. No, my style rating, baby. It was going so well, too. Okay, cursed. I can't even see my character. Just swing and hope for the best half the time. Okay, it looks like you guys aren't spawning anymore. Not that it looks like this door was actually ever covered, although it does sound like it might have been spawning more. Looks like we're going up another floor of the building, which I have to imagine is what we're looking for here. Just keep climbing to the top of the building. I still didn't manage to get an S out of that. If the enemy spawned in quick enough, I probably could have. Alright, they gave us some HP immediately coming into the area, which makes me think we should find like another boss or something. What? Who are you? That's me. What would those be?
Just die.
Just Magia, huh? I guess we're doing full-on gun combat here. Alright. Looks like I actually want to target the red mask, although if it never rotates to me, then don't exactly know how I'm going to make that happen. It doesn't, I mean, it doesn't say the boss is taking any damage, but I have to imagine that they're taking some form of damage here, right? Alright, so we just gotta nuke the red mask with our devil trigger every time it becomes available, is what that is. Ooh, and if he's by himself regularly, then we can damage him. Interesting. Which, if that's the case, we may as well nuke him with the devil trigger, and he's gonna go ahead and switch back again. Okay, so red mask, and whenever he's all together is when we can actually deal real damage to him. Although it looks like we're actually doing damage on other mask as well, so maybe only one of them actually takes damage then. I'm gonna need them to ever become, you know, actually viable to hit them in order to, you know, do damage here. Game, please. Okay, now I can switch back to the devil form and work on them. Look at that damage. That's a lot of damage. I also don't have any HP. That is extremely bad. I think they normally start us off with one baby heal. It did, but hey, that's better than nothing. I'll take the Devil Star as well right now. It said it was like a small Devil Star, but it basically filled up half our bar there. Man, I guess I'll take that freeze damage in terms of how much damage we got on this guy. Like, that was so much better damage. Okay, I don't think it's the red mask anymore. It's the frosty boy here. Oh, please, yes, come in. Not really sure how they expect me to dodge that one. We've dodged it a few times, although I'm not actually sure how I had done it up until that point. I think the icicles are purely here just for you to get your devil trigger charge on it. Oh yes, please fuse back together, make life much easier for me. Get absolutely demolished. We used our first items ever in this one, so our item rating is not going to be as bad. But I also didn't want to die to this thing, so... very difficult to actually hit that boss due to the fact that it's basically outside the map. Yet another boss where your sword is essentially basically useless in comparison to your guns, but alright. We still got an A rank out of that. Man, just barely not enough to get that extra devil trigger charge. Unfortunate. Mission 17. Evil must be opposed and destroyed. Do we buy items? I don't think we, like, really need them, but they are cheap. And that one Devil Star gave us a ton of just, the Devil Gauge, and that was a small one, too. Like, 2 of these is probably the equivalent of a large one, except you get to pop that all at once. I mean, we're probably getting close to, like, final boss time, right? Like, what are the chances I really get any form of, like, real healing? Okay, the price on that, went insanely expensive. Okay. Sure, you know what? That's probably fine. Gives us a little bit of everything. A little bit of healing, a little bit of Devil Trigger, hopefully that's good enough. We still have a yellow mask, so we got a revive if we need it as well. I'm feeling a lot stronger going into what might potentially be the final boss fight as opposed to the original first boss fight, but maybe that's a little bit of overconfidence there. I mean, the fact that they give us access to like 30 slots of healing, yet we never have enough money for that, seems like an interesting choice. Okay, so he's doing some sort of ritual here, which means what for us?
I'll absorb his power. I will become an all-powerful immortal. What? What's going on?
Is there a problem?
You! Is that the medallion? You switched them?
Got him.
A false coin for a false god. Showtime.
Oh, somebody's about to get wrecked. Well, first time we've seen these guys. Are these just like clone Lucias? Where are you running off to, friend? Okay. Ideally, if you guys could all just stand together so I could swing and hit everyone, that'd be great. Where'd you run off to now? This dude stays running. Ow. Should probably stop taking damage for no reason. I don't know how deep these clones are gonna be. Okay, is that just damage, or is it sending me somewhere? You know, whenever we get sucked into areas, we have a bad tendency of going somewhere else. If we Devil Trigger, we could just get rid of those guys quickly. Can probably just build it off of these guys back again. Although it didn't seem like we actually got all that much from it. And she got launched. Ooh, that was Devil Trigger gauge that we got from the little guys. Interesting. I wonder if we kill the Lucia clones here, if they would actually end up dropping us HP at this point, because we are getting lower than I'd like. I still also don't know where Arius himself is at this point, because the camera is just not working for me here. Ah, there you are, nerd. Well, you don't mind if I just, like, get some free damage in, do you? Get rid of the Lucias in the area and bully this guy. We did end up getting the drop in there. If only I could have actually focused him, because the stupid reticule's like, you know, you really want to fight the regular enemies instead. Why would you not want to you know, kill the boss or something instead. Alright, well, I didn't want to have to use these, but I guess we're going to. We'll just use the HP for now. Surprisingly, that didn't even heal us to full. Oh my gosh, dude. Stun lock, dude. We'll just keep spamming you. Alright, you want to get spammed? Alright. You're lucky my combo doesn't hit people on the ground, because why would you make that a thing that could happen? Where are you at now? You sitting on another one of these? Gosh, all you do is run. Why do they make bosses like this where all you do is run? It's so lame. Like, do people not play these games? Like, whenever have you fought a boss? It was like, I like it when they run away. It makes the boss fight take a lot longer, and I have to really think out my engagement. Like, no. Alright, we'll just go ahead and use the rest of this stuff just to finish this off quicker. Oh no, my items! I'm so scared. If I could ever just target the boss, this fight would have been over ages ago. Really? Alright, you want to die that badly? Then die. Well, I mean, she asked for it. With those two out of the way, this area should just be free. I'm sure that's the strat for this fight regularly, is just clear out the 2 Lucia clones and then focus down Arias. So that way you don't take constant damage from them just spamming attacks while you're trying to kill them. Okay. I'll take your baby damage to absolutely knock you around. Absolutely.
Here's your crown.
Ooh. Well, he bigged it. Please tell me there's like an actual boss, because that dude was like lame. You can't tell me this dude is like actually the big bad of this game. I refuse to believe it. Did use more items there than I wanted to, but it's really just because we ended up taking so much damage from the, well, I assume to be clone / fake Lucias.
There's just one thing left. Kill me. Kill me and everything will be over.
She really just wants to die, you know?
A descendant of the clan that protects Marley. The ones who have the blood of the devils. But the truth is...
And somebody's gonna kill her before she says it? Oh, no, of course. You got the Trish treatment.
And attack the humans at any time. Now, kill me. It's your job to hunt devils.
I'm sure this won't become a problem.
Was incomplete. But the door to the demon world is... Wait. What are you doing?
My job is hunting devils.
Once you enter the demon world, you may never be able to return. I'll go. I'm expendable. You don't need to worry about me. I'm happy if I can die like a human.
No. Devils never cry.
Where have we heard that line before,
Let's
huh?
leave it to fate. Heads, I go. Tails, you go.
Ah, yes, you're totally, definitely not rigged, Colton.
See you around.
Don't you want to hear the story about Sparta from my TA?
I know. He did the same thing. Hold on to my coin, Lucia.
Alright, time to fight the actual big bad of this game, or at least hopefully that we end up doing it. The hunter shall surpass all who came before him. Alright, well, it seems like upgrades are basically out the window here, so what do we possibly need left that we can actually afford here? Smell of Fear, I mean, honestly, it seems pretty interesting to use. For science? For science. And then I guess we got a little bit more money left. Holy Star apparently is extremely cheap, although it was just for status effects, which maybe this will end up being. But let's do it, you know? We do have a revive still. It's just a mess of all the bosses we killed so far. It's supposed to be like the reborn one. Roll away from that guy. Go ahead and just spam the monkey until he dies. We know the deal. I probably should just kill the head like immediately, so that way we don't fight him last and then potentially die. Like him and the bird are like the only two I'm like really scared about at this point. The rest of them we have like an idea of what we need to do to make this happen. I'm interested to see if these weapons actually work out better for us, because like we tried the okay, I have two bosses attacking me at the same time, what's up with that? So like what if I just switch I mean, this certainly does a lot more damage. Doesn't it does give us a decent amount of trigger. Why did you throw two of them out there? He does that every once in a while. He'll fire like a second one. I can never get two rockets off. It's always one dodge, one dodge. Monkey dead, monkey down, monkey down. Alright, turns out rocking pretty good. You know, I guess that's to be expected when they give you the weapon, what was it, like maybe 3 missions before the final thing? Right, I forgot to look for that attack. That one's my bad. I forgot to look for the attack. I was too focused on waiting for that attack as well as getting my rocket ready. I should not be taking this dumb damage. It's so bad. Again, yet another boss where it's like, man, guns are just so much better. Do I fight the 3 bosses at point blank range that can all hit me at this range, or fight them at a range that they can't hit me? I wonder which one I should do. I wonder how well the rocket launcher works with the devil trigger. Because I imagine it just takes whatever weapon you're using and then like amplifies the damage. So have we generally been using the regular guns, it's been doing that spam attack. It probably still does the spam attack, but I wonder if it takes the rocket damage into consideration. It's not very accurate, but it does damage, so as long as the tentacle keeps slapping itself into the rocket here, it will die eventually. The accuracy is definitely not as much, although considering it's got a relatively small frame compared to the rest of the bosses, it makes more sense. I probably should be timing it to when it attacks, because it seems like that's when it generally hits more often. Probably because when it does that side swipe, it's got more time to work with because it's still going in the same angle as the other one. This is going so much faster than the other ones, and it's saving my hand so much. Man, I wonder if you had like a maxed out rocket, how fast like bosses and whatnot would die, because this thing is chunking people. The fact that it's doing as much damage as it is with literally zero investment is kind of ridiculous. You were able to hit me right there. I think it's because the rocket makes me take a step forward there that he was able to hit me. But if we just roll when he tries to throw the flames at me, maybe we'll have a better chance of dodging it, or maybe not. I should Devil Trigger. I should switch Devil Trigger, use the healing version. We do have healing items, but we may as well just Devil Trigger and use the regular bit of healing here. Because ideally I want to beat the boss without using items, right? Like, I don't want items to be like, you know, the cheat code for the boss or whatever, because I'm sure you could eventually buy enough items and just cheese the final boss. But I'm not trying to do all that. And the reason we're doing that right now is to get full use of our trigger and then go back to attacking the boss. But now that we have a Devil Trigger bar to fill up, we'll actually be making use of it. Alright, he's done with. So now the real issues here, being the bird and the other guy here. Holy spam, dude, calm down. That's like the most cursed one. I probably should be jumping over it, but I'm not entirely sure if that's good enough. How are you possibly throwing attacks over this far? What? Okay, you know what? I was attempting not to use items, but if we're gonna keep spamming attacks out of range here, then somebody's gonna die real fast. You did. There we go. I probably shouldn't just even take any chances with these last two and just kill them as quick as I can. Gosh. Why does everything in this dude do so much damage? Okay, Rocket is not doing what we needed to do here. Devil Trigger, please. Easy, alright then. I really was trying not to use items there, but it forced my hand a bit. What? You can do that? The Despair Embodied. Alright, I'm starting to see a real issue here. It's called I have 0 HP. Oh, right, we do have that back because we started the mission over again. Right. Everything hurts. Okay, just insta telefrag me. Okay, just insta telefrag me. Oh, that's so lame. I'm supposed to be able to dodge that. How exactly? Oh, here comes the spam again. Let me just, you know, try and dodge this real quick. Yeah, okay. You hit at my head range. How would... okay. We got like a desperation sort of attack going on here. Alright. I don't think we killed him with that, though. I think we still got something else going on here. Desperation, devil trigger. Interesting. Extinguished. I guess we got him. Alright, well... good hit. Jackpot? Got him. Alright, well... it took a few more tries than I'd like, and we had to use a few items, but I guess they're in the game for a reason, right?
Yeah. Let's go all the way to hell.
Okay then. Mission clear, 5,000 boss bonus, man. Every knee will bend. Alright, we beat it. At least it says total results, unless they do a fake out over here. Next, challenge Lucia disc. remember, back in the day when we had to have separate discs for everything else. Oh man, those were times. But yeah, no, we have access to Lucy if we want. Although, unless her stuff is significantly different, then I think we're fine. But maybe I'll look into it to see if Lucia's path is actually worthwhile. But other than that, Dante's costume change and mission select are now available. Interesting. I don't know, maybe we'll check out Lucia's path. I'll probably look into it beforehand. Other than that, well, we beat the game. There was a lot of step-ups in this game, 100%. The boss fights were generally better. There was some, you know, some kind of whack ones with, like, the infested copper and whatnot, which really didn't do anything. They kind of just existed. Generally, upgrades got a lot of quality of life upgrades to Devil May Cry 2. Having access to double jump for free, very nice. The ability to access different powers and whatnot was cool, which I had been notified of how to be able to work with them earlier. I could have made more of them, which is unfortunate that we had learned it as late as we did, but that's okay. Access to the weapon wheel, which is nice, so we were able to switch between our regular guns versus our shotgun versus our rocket launcher, etc. Quickly, it was very nice. The addition of different swords, although they had that in the first one, but we had access to different swords in this one as opposed to the other one. Rolling is very nice. You can see how much easier a lot of those fights got when we actually had an ability to, you know, actually evade attacks for once in our lives. That was real nice. What else? Yeah, just overall, I would say it's probably a better game than Devil May Cry, the original one, which usually is a hard thing to pull off. But this one, I don't know, just with the quality of life changes, the bosses were generally better. The final boss was actually like a final boss as opposed to the original Devil May Cry one, whereas that whole flying sequence beforehand, that was a little, I was not a fan of that one, I'll say that much. But this one I was a little more of a fan of. The bird, like the only real things I would say about it is like the bird and the head that shot the laser beams did too much damage for attacks that were, I mean, the bird you could argue you just had to get better at dodging, which, like, fair enough. The head randomly spraying a projectile of beams that could insta one-shot you if you got them into sword range was a little much. I mean, essentially that entire first half of the boss fight was really just you had to outrange them. Not to say you couldn't have gone in with your sword, but you were heavily punished as opposed to just using guns basically the entire game. Not to say that the guns weren't fun. I did have fun with the guns. It's just, I would have loved a little bit more swordplay in there because this one more so heavily favored guns, whereas the first one arguably was a lot more balanced in between the swords and the actual gun gameplay. This one definitely felt like it leaned on the gun gameplay a lot longer, so if you're a Devil May Cry fan and you love using the guns within the game, this is definitely one for you. If you're a sword user, maybe not so much. A lot of the bosses just had naturally heavy defenses against swords, which is fair. You know, it's like one of your major kits, right? Like, understandably so. But it was like a very hard to argue for use of the sword versus the guns. We did upgrade the sword before, which did make some things easier for sure. When we could actually use the sword, it was good. Like, it did good damage and whatnot. But the times between when we were actually able to use said sword and not use the sword were, like, so far in between and whatnot, so it made it hard to justify using it. But we did get a little bit of gameplay on both of those. We did end up beating the game. Overall, I would say better than Devil May Cry, the original version. And, you know, just let step up. It makes me interested to see what happens with the next couple of them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the game as much as I did. Probably look forward to Devil May Cry 3 and maybe the other ones later on. We'll see. As long as people keep like commenting and subscribing on the videos, then of course I'll go ahead and do some more of them. Other than that, appreciate you guys for watching our Devil May Cry 2 series. Maybe we'll check out Lucia if there's like a huge significant difference between the two. If there's not, we might just move on to Devil May Cry 3. But yeah, it's probably gonna end up what happens unless Lucia is like truly just that much different. Like if there's a whole bunch of different story missions. Like if there's a whole bunch of different story missions and something, maybe. If it's like actually just Dante's levels but as Lucia, which I feel like would be a thing that would happen, then probably not. If it is her all new missions and whatnot, then maybe we'll go ahead and do it. I don't know, we'll think it over. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you in the next video. See you.